two leaders will start side by side. Let's see if Eric Holmes can get a good jump here.
Yeah, a little bit tough to make it work from the outside, but if anybody can do it, Eric certainly can.
Ready to take the green again. Here we go. Gomes in the 22. Pretty good restart, but look at Holmes right beside him.
A little bit of contact right there. Eric Holmes hangs in there on the outside. See what he can do when he gets down here to 3 and 4.
Holmes, and there's another spin. That is Brett Thompson. No caution has come out, so the 61 gets turned around a little bit, trying to be a little bit aggressive there.
Yeah, it looked like he may have got on the brakes a little bit hard to stay off of the 16 of Moses Smith, but we stay green.
It is easy to turn the car around on a racetrack like this.
Certainly is. Gomes now out in front of Eric Holmes. Good side-by-side battle for third with Martinez on the inside, Kwasniewski on the outside.
You know, Bill Sedgwick, I think, has really helped Luis Martinez become a better driver.
He certainly has. This is his second full year. He got that big win on the road course and really competitive each and every time he tees it up.
Well, Martinez, 2 more races in that 6 car and battling the 16-year-old Dylan Kwasniewski, who has really impressed a lot of people, including us, this season in this series.
There's another youngster behind on the outside behind Kwasniewski, Cameron Haley, and a Bill McAnally, number 24. His debut in this series as a 15-year-old, he finished second.
Yeah, amazing. He's going to run the series full-time next year, and I think he'll be a contender.
It's amazing how many strong, talented teenagers we have in this series, as well as the East Series.
And Phil, we've had some great racing up front. Gomes and Holmes are really battling here early.
Holmes has his nose underneath Gomes. Dead even when they get to the start-finish line.
Yeah, he's made it down to the inside. That's where you want to pass. And Eric Holmes trying to get by the pole sitter Jacob Holmes. He pulls up even with him. And Holmes gets his nose out front. I think Eric Holmes is going to take the lead here. Half a car length out in front. And now it is Holmes who is out in front of Jacob Gomes. And look at Dylan Kwasniewski.
Yeah, Gomes will not give up there, but Kwasniewski's going to try to keep him pinned to the outside.
Kwasniewski trying to move into second place. Somehow Gomes got to find a way to get down on the racetrack.
He's doing a great job on the outside. He lost that lead to Holmes, but he's dead even here with Kwasniewski in that battle for second.
And watch out for Luis Martinez, who's in 4th place. Kwasniewski and Gomes side by side for second place. Now I think Kwasniewski wants a shot at Eric Holmes.
Looked like he had the nose underneath him for just a second there, but Eric was able to get the power down up off the corner.
Some really great racing here at Roseville.
Certainly is. This is a great racetrack. You can see this side-by-side racing. Gomes doing a terrific job on the outside.
When you race this hard, it's going to make it really exciting in the final 50 laps. Use up a lot of race car right here.
Gomes is able to pull out in front of that battle for second. Now he has it. Kwasniewski back in third. Martinez, a little bit of contact back there, a little chain reaction.
I was going to say Martinez got bumped a little bit by Cameron Haley. Did a good job of hanging on to the car.
And Eric Holmes can breathe for a few seconds if you can call 2 or 3 car lengths a comfortable margin.
Yeah, there was great side-by-side racing. I think everybody kind of wants to calm down for a moment right here.
Yeah, still a lot of this race left to go. There's a good battle. There's Haley on the inside, the 24, Thorne the 9.
We've seen Derek Thorne in a limited schedule, but has had some real success in this series.
He's had 4 previous starts this year. 3 of those starts he finished in the top 3.
It shows his talent. Greg Pursley, remember, he had to go to the back after that spin early, has already made his way up to 7th place.
Yeah, that's how good that car and that team has been this season. He's pulling right to the rear bumper of the 9 of Derek Thorne, who's been up front this entire race, 40 laps in.
And somehow I have a feeling that Greg Pursley, now that he's won the championship, is going to be up near the front before this night is over with.
You can see the brake rotor already glowing on Greg Pursley. He's really had to use his equipment up to get by so many of these cars.
So his brakes used up a little early in the race. See how he handles that as we move forward. Again, Pursley winning 6 of the first 8 races, only 1 race out of the top 5 all year.
It's the type of season that you dream about. Greg Pursley's had it.
Eric Holmes, you see that win at Spokane. That was the last race. Holmes is going for 2 in a row. You know, Eric Holmes had a really tough start to this season, or else he would be contending, I think, for that championship.
He had very unlike Eric Holmes' start to this season, but as we talked earlier, he's really put it together now. But what a great side-by-side battle for second. Kwasniewski has just driven up beside of Gomes to try to take over that runner-up spot.
And look at him do it up on the high side. Really shows his strength. You saw that brake rotor glowing a little bit there.
He's got it. He drives it hard into turn number 1, able to clear the 22 of Gomes. Kwasniewski up to second.
Cameron Haley, 15 years old, doesn't even have a driver's license yet. Gets by Luis Martinez.
He takes over that 4th spot for Martinez on the outside. Looks like the outside may be the place to be here.
And I don't know about you, that surprises me a little bit.
Surprises me a lot. That's what you love, though, Mike, when you have a racetrack, that if you have a better car, you have some options. You can go to the outside and get around somebody if you have a faster car.
You know, and the series comes to this racetrack twice every year. Every year the grandstand is packed. Really successful. They love coming here and watching the West Series run at this race.
Yeah, they do a terrific job promoting this event, and these guys are putting on one whale of a show, too.
Yeah, so far been a great show. Eric Holmes out in front. They're the 2 team cars, Luis Martinez and Derek Thorne.
Followed by the 26 of Persley.
There's Carl Haar, who spun early in this race in that black number 2. 50 laps in, we'll go 150 here. There are no stops, no pit stops, no tires. You got to go with the 4 you started on. So if you miss the setup, you are in trouble.
Kwasniewski's been able to drive up to the rear bumper of Eric Holmes. There's Brett Thompson. We saw Brett spin earlier. Did not result in a caution flag. He's on the verge of going a lap down now to Eric Holmes. Holmes is on the inside of Brett Thompson. Heavy traffic in front. That's Chad Boat.
Yeah, it's tough to negotiate the lap traffic right here, and I think Kwasniewski's going to be tend to follow Holmes around until they get by some of this. Putting Thompson a lap down.
Yeah, the curve record's number 98 of Chad Boat. Full schedule this year on the East Series. They finished their schedule a week or 2 ago at Dover. Now he's back out here on the West Coast getting some more laps.
It's kind of neat. He's done that before this year, running the West Series.
Yeah, he started out this year, run the first race at Phoenix, and then he ran Portland and finished 7th. So Colorado National and finished 7th.
The East Series took a big break earlier in the summer, and he was able to come out here and run. There is Brett Thompson trying to get his lap back. Chad Boats trying desperately to stay on the lead lap. Eric Holmes right behind him.
The 80 of Jessica Brunelli in front of Chad Boat.
Holmes, we mentioned his tough start to the season. He finished out of the top 10 in 2 of the first 3 races. That kind of killed his chances for a championship, but he has his act together in the last couple of races.
Well, especially when you have a guy like Persley with the season he's had. He hasn't left much for anybody.
Thompson is
No
gone.
trouble.
There's trouble. That is the 07 car.
I believe that's Greg Rail. Greg's in the 07. That's actually the 01 and the 07. Those are team cars. Funkhauser in the 01. Greg Rail in the 07. There's a replay there. A little bit of contact from Brunelli in the 88. Turns around Funkhauser in the 01. Greg Rail came along with the 07.
And Chad Boat did a great job getting by all of that. Eric Holmes out in front of the 16-year-old Dylan Kwasniewski here at Rosedale.